Alright, what's up? Durango, Payback, what's up? How you guys doing?
Not enough minerals.
What? SCV ready. Bad news?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Huh? Big job, huh? Go ahead.
Additional supply depots required.
In the rear with the gear. Yes, sir. What's going
Not
on?
enough minerals.
Bad news?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on? SCV ready. Big job, huh?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Why not?
Command center upgrade. Not enough minerals.
In the rear with the gear. Armed and ready. Go ahead. Yep. Huh? Bad news?
Not enough minerals.
Uh-huh. SCV ready. Go, go, go! Been whipped by the numbers, boy. Gangway, coming.
Not additional supply depots. Not enough minerals.
Roger that. Orders received. What's up, CB boy? You gonna give me orders? Nah. Give me orders, piece of me, boy. Sure thing. SCV ready. Where the no noise? Huh? SCV ready. Yes, sir.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Go ahead.
Not enough
SCV
minerals.
ready. Been waiting.
Not enough minerals.
Roger that. Got it. Outstanding. Keep your shooting. You gonna get this? Better be good. You gonna give me orders?
Additional supply depots required.
Yeah. Armed and ready. Why not? You got
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
Uh-huh. This better be good. What's going on? Gangway. Coming through. Who wants some? SCV ready.
Base is under attack.
Engine screaming.
Good job, huh?
Fine.
Insufficient rescue gas.
Armed and ready.
Receiving. Call the ball.
Got it.
Holla back. Right.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient. Not enough minerals.
Yeah?
Bandit.
Loud
This
and
better
clear.
be good. Huh?
I got my ears on. Call the ball.
Not
In the
enough
rear with the
minerals.
gear.
Not enough minerals.
What's going on?
Weapons.
Not enough minerals.
Right. Johnny, Casual, Metal. Tim, what's up? How y'all doing?
What's going Huh? Big job, huh? In the rear. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Yo. Big job.
Not enough minerals.
Go ahead. SCV ready. Ah! Huh? What's
Not
going
enough
on?
minerals.
Ah! You scared me.
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
I'm going, huh? SCV ready. Bad news. Big job, huh? Yep. You're the boss. Yeah, SCV ready. Move it. Will do. I can't build here. SCV ready for me. What's going? Bad Navy ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Not enough minerals.
Yep.
Not enough minerals.
Yep. In the rear with the gear.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
Bad news. Go ahead. SCV with go, go, go. Who wants some? Huh? Yeah. This better be good. Want a piece of me, boy? Ah! You scared me! Go, go, go! SCV ready.
Base is under attack.
Yeah. Bad news.
Add-on. Our SCVs are under attack. Base is under attack. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
You gonna give me orders? Huh? I'm waiting on you. Burn! You want a piece of me, boy? Are you ready, man? Word.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Daylight's burning.
This guy's all in. You would never make that many Zerglings unless you're all in. Because that means he has 0 drones.
Base is under attack. Not enough minerals.
Ready for dust off.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Where's the emergency?
Ready.
Additional supply.
Ready to roll out. Go ahead.
Base is under attack.
Big job, huh?
Additional supply depots required.
He's still making Zerglings and no drones.
Additional supply depots required.
Talk to me, Mark.
Insufficient Vespine.
Hear me. Go ahead. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
What? Got this. By the nose.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Roger that.
Not enough minerals.
Orders received. Big job, huh? Been waiting on you.
Not enough energy.
Yeah.
Not enough minerals.
Want some? This better be good. Light it up. By the numbers, boys. SCV ready. Ready to raise some hell. I'll give it my best shot. SCV ready. Armed and ready. What's that? You gonna get the orders? Why not?
Any luck on primals? Nope. Epics and rares. Garbage on my primal pools. Maybe I should do that stuff on stream. It might be interesting to watch. Watch my gacha pools. What's the grace period on those red ones? Is it 100 or 200? Or mercy system, whatever they call it.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Will do.
Not
I can't build here. Yo, go.
not enough
What's going on,
minerals.
dudes? How you guys doing?
SCV ready. Hear me. Big job, huh? Huh? What's going on?
Additional supply depots required.
Big job, huh?
Not enough minerals.
Huh?
Not enough minerals.
Go.
Not enough minerals.
Big job.
Lame.
SCV ready. Gotcha. What's going on? Go ahead. SCV ready. Ah. Huh? SCV ready. SCV ready. Big job, huh? Yo.
Add-on
Brand new.
complete.
Go.
Not enough minerals.
Sure thing.
Commands additional supply depots required.
Huh?
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Ghost reporting.
What's going on? SCV ready.
Solo.
You know, it's gonna sound sad, but my account is like what, level 91, and I still don't have Arbiter
Yeah.
because I just don't care about doing the missions.
On it.
I almost have her though, just by dicking around constantly and doing my own thing.
Roger. Come again. Ready. Nothing to it. Okay. Yes, sir.
SCV ready.
Oh!
Take him down. Come
Why aren't you firing when I tell you to frickin' fire?
deploying.
I don't get it, man.
You sure about that? You're on.
Yeah, they don't like the
Sounds
fucking
like a
fire when I
plan.
tell them to. You can't even walk in that corner.
Huh? SCV ready.
The map's all messed up.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. Yo.
Well, I almost have her. It's because with the missions, I didn't look at it properly, and it was very specific. It was like, you need to do the missions on,
In the rear with the gear.
Additional supply depots required.
at
Additional
stage
supply
15
depots.
exactly. That's the reason why it never progressed. I'm like, oh, I always do these things during events like stage 20 plus. Wait, I have to do exactly 15 instead of like 15 or higher? Because usually it says or higher, right? And so that's why my progression would have never went up ever after over 2 years. Because I thought it would just do it automatically, you know?
What's going on? Build here.
Nope. It was very
Ready
specific.
for dust off.
Not enough minerals. Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready.
Insufficient rescue gas. Add-on complete.
You sure about that?
Not enough.
Guy's probably going mass mutas because mass mutas
Taking
are so
effort,
good
drop it
now.
off.
There's no counter to mass mutas in the game anymore.
Now what?
There's no Thor splash damage. Thors don't have armor. The mines have no splash. The ghosts can't lock
Let's
on
go.
anymore. There's no seeker missile. There's no point defense drone.
Ready for pickup?
So technically,
Confirm.
technically,
Wait on you.
you can't beat mutas as a Terran anymore.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
It won't. It literally won't allow you to balance.
Out with it.
Because that's what happens when you let
Solo.
dumbasses balance the game,
Confirmed.
pretty much.
You're on. Deploy.
Now what? In the pot.
Bad news. Huh?
Life flight's here.
Give me the sit rep. I'm on it.
Not enough energy.
Let's go. Louder.
Go. Come again. Okay. Roger.
Not enough energy.
On my...
Huh? SCV ready. called in the fleet? Who called in the fleet?
Not enough minerals. Mineral field depleted.
I'm really hoping he's actually supply blocked from that. From the 2 Overlord kills. Nope. Why would they be supply blocked?
Bad news.
They'd never be supply blocked. That's wishful thinking.
SCV ready.
Oh, really?
Huh?
You hailed?
Add-on complete. Mineral field depleted. Research complete.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
I don't know why the shit won't fucking teleport when I tell it to fucking teleport. Why is there so much? Why is it so slow? Let me guess. Let me guess. I'm lagging up, right? I don't have my thing open, but let me guess. It's the internet.
What is it? Well,
That nothing's responding.
Mineral field depleted.
SCV ready.
Alright, let me run my little fucking ping test. Because obviously the shit's so fucking stupid.
Add-on complete.
I'm never gonna get over it,
Ready
guys.
to raise some hell.
This internet problem.
oh,
I'm never
Yes,
gonna
Commander.
get over it.
Bad news.
I'm gonna be fucking fuming for the rest of my fucking life on this thing.
Add-on complete.
you hailed?
I'm waiting on you. Ready to raise some hell.
Upgrade complete. Base is under attack. Our SCVs are under attack.
Are you ready for this? Boy is here. Ready to raise some hell. Get fired.
So,
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
yes,
Good thing he switched out of Terran because of how bad Terran is. He used to be a Terran player, this guy.
yes, Commander.
He doesn't play Terran anymore.
Ready to raise some hell.
I don't think anybody plays Terran anymore.
Ghost reporting.
You even see other Terran streamers off racing constantly. Nobody plays Terran.
Research complete.
Gotcha. In the rear with the rear. Some hell.
Not enough minerals.
Oh, really? Ghost reporting.
the rear with the
Mineral
gear.
field depleted.
SCV ready. Gotcha. What's going on? Ready to raise some hell.
Command center upgrade complete.
Come again.
Well, boy is here. SCV ready.
Upgrade complete.
Yo. What is it?
Out with it.
What's our target? Some hell.
Solo operative. Go.
You up, ready to go. SCV ready.
Come again. Confirm.
Mineral field depleted.
In the rear with. What's that?
Somebody get out of this.
Solo
Not enough energy.
Go.
Go ahead. Speak up.
Out with it.
Got no patience. What's our? Go ahead.
You sure about that?
It's heat up out here.
Yes, sir.
Fired up here, boss.
Upgrade complete.
You sure about that? Come again.
What's going on?
Give me the sit rep.
Mineral field depleted. Western gas exhausted.
Boy is here. I'm wasting. What's that? Huh? Got ice.
Vespine geyser exhausted.
Boy is here. Got something? Got no patience for shit. Go ahead and raise some hell. Yeah.
Unacceptable landing. Mineral field depleted. Unacceptable landing zone.
SCV ready. Speak up. Go ahead. Go ahead. Boy, ready to raise some hell.
Unacceptable landing zone.
What's our target?
Our SCVs are under attack.
Speak up. Big job. Go ahead. What?
Give me
Not enough minerals.
the go strip.
Not
SCV ready. Sure thing.
Out with it. So come again. Go. You sure?
base is under attack.
Out with it. Go.
Unacceptable landing. Mineral
Go strip.
mineral research complete.
Okay.
Boy, it's here. What's going on? Man the ring.
Not enough energy.
Out
Talk to me, boss.
Give me the sit rep.
Command center up.
SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough.
Give me the sit rep.
Not enough energy.
Go ahead.
Solo. Give me the out with it.
Not enough energy.
Sure about that?
Vesting geyser exhausted.
Will do.
I'm waiting on you. Get some. That is. Right on. And rugby ready. Not a problem.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral field depleted. Vespine geyser exhausted.
Go ahead. I can't build here. Ready to roll out.
Go. Roger. Out.
Ready to raise the board.
Not enough minerals.
So. Coming.
Huh? Ah, man, big job, huh?
You sure about that?
Not enough energy.
SCV ready. SCV ready. Boy is here. What's going on? Go ahead. In the rear with the gear.
Our SCVs are under
Boy is
attack.
here. Huh? Uh-huh.
Go.
Got it.
Give me the sit rep. Solo.
Ready to raise some.
Out with it.
Daylight's burning.
Research complete.
What's going on? Big job. Bad news. Move it.
Give me this.
Not enough energy. Upgrade complete.
You're done.
Solo operative, right? Come again.
In the rear with the gear.
Base is under attack.
Getting fired up here, boss.
Come again. You sure about that?
Raise some hell.
You're on. Out with it.
Our SCV. Our SCVs are under attack.
You're on.
Go ahead.
Out with it.
Base is under attack.
Talk to me. You hear? Light it up. It's heating up out here.
Insufficient rescue gas. Not enough energy.
Let's do this! Absolutely!
What is it? Yes, Colonel. You hailed?
What's going on?
Oh. Well, take it slow.
SCV ready.
Whatever that called in the fleet.
Command center upgrade complete.
What is it?
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Huh?
Not
Yeah,
enough
whatever.
minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
Go.
Additional supply depots required.
Big job, huh?
Not enough minerals.
Huh?
Not enough minerals.
Well, there was a time, a long time ago, when I was like 6K MMR,
Go ahead.
and Snake was like 5.2 or something like that. A long time ago. You gotta understand that they've made it very easy by nerfing mech very hard.
Bad news. Armed
People don't magically become like super good.
by the numbers, boy. Big job.
It's because of the balance patch.
Bad news.
Like when you have like 4 years straight of Terran nerfs, yeah. And the problem is, like, if you look at the way I look at the game mathematically, right?
Add-on complete.
Whenever a patch comes out, my brain goes into like calculator mode,
Not enough minerals.
and it starts
Not enough
calculating all
minerals.
the engagements in my
Not
head
enough minerals.
and how those engagements are gonna look with the changes. Like every fucking engagement pops through my head. How is this gonna phase this engagement, this engagement, this engagement? And that's why I make like,
SCV ready. Ready to raise
that's why I
some
gripe about it,
Add-on
right?
complete.
Because what they've essentially done was really fuck the game up hard with late game
Not enough.
specifically,
Not enough
um,
minerals.
and mech basically, because they've nerfed all the tier 3 units.
Daylight burning.
Tier 3 and tier 2 units have all been nerfed to the ground. So, you know, it's the same thing like when I play
Not enough minerals.
like Nero, for example, or just any
Bad news.
or like Steadfast, or just anybody who's kind of like
SCV
good at the game but not like super duper pro level. Now they can finally start to beat me,
light it up.
right? Because I am seriously fucking handicapped.
Going in.
Whereas in the
Command
past,
center upgrade complete.
they won a game maybe like once out of 10 games.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
That's because of, you know, the good abilities in the past that Terran used to have.
SCV ready.
But hey, you know, they're balancing toward bio and PBZ, right?
SCV ready.
Dumb
Insufficient
fucks don't know shit.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient
Not,
Vespene
you know, I'm not
gas.
trying to be like mean or anything, it's just facts. If you look at my old videos and stuff, it's just facts.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
And I'm actually way
Insufficient
faster than I was
Vespene
back
gas.
then. Like my
SCV ready.
my APM is like over 400 now most of the time when I'm playing.
Talk to me, boss.
Maybe a solid 300 when I'm distracted.
SCV ready.
Whereas in the past it used to be more like 200, 300, 200.
What's going?
I'm playing way harder than I used to
SCV
back then.
SCV ready.
That's the problem.
Light it up. SCV ready. SCV. I'm in a heap of trouble. SCV ready.
Research complete.
And
Ready for dust off.
you just have to look at each patch notes and play the scenarios in your head.
SCV ready.
That will tell you
Upgrade complete.
where the patch is going and
Talk to me.
what's being affected. Now, it's actually very easy to see that Terran is the one that's getting destroyed in the patches, okay? Because Zerg still gets stuff
Waiting
in the
on you.
patches, and Protoss still gets stuff, but I think it's been probably 4 or 5 patches now where Terran has had multiple nerfs and not a single buff. Unless you consider a supply depot drop a buff. Which, I don't consider a supply depot drop a buff. I'm just saying, I just don't consider it that. Other people consider it a buff, but those are fucking retards, to be honest.
Your forces are under attack.
And then you still get the same babies and whiners that are Zerg and Protoss players all over Reddit. And they don't, like, consider the things in their head. When this patch came out, remember, when this recent patch came out, what did the Protoss players do?
Are under attack.
They whined and complained about the overcharge. And I said it to you guys when this patch came out. I was like, oh, fuck. This is going to be really good for Protoss. Because I'm playing the scenarios in my head. Oh, there's going to be an Oracle with a bunch of energy coming to my base now, early on. Oh, now they're abusing the Sentry with mass scouting. You know, things like that. These dumbasses complain about everything. And I already played it in my head. I'm like, yeah, it's actually going to be really good.
Let's go.
So
Talk to me.
it's kind of sad, but it's just the reality of it. And every time I've thought of something and I said, "Oh, this is good. This might be bad," I'm very unbiased when it comes to my abstract thinking of playing those different scenarios in my head. The probably the one kind of scenarios I don't understand is maybe ZVP, right? I can't say anything about ZVP. But when it comes to Terran matchup versus everything, I know everything, mind you guys. Because nobody plays the way that I do in this game. I'm the one who puts in the time and effort to try out different builds, and I don't whine about losing, and I adjust the builds to try to make them work even better.
Mineral field depleted. Upgrade complete.
You know?
Oh, really?
So that's the thing about
Well,
about the balance, right?
Base is under attack. Add-on. Command center upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted.
who called in the fleet?
Yeah.
Patchy.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete. Insufficient Vespene gas. Insufficient Vespene gas.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespene gas.
SCV ready.
Research complete.
Whatever that.
Yeah, if I go over to balance patches, I can point out, like, it's sometimes as easy as
En route.
putting a check mark. Is this a buff or is this a nerf next to things? And you'll see all red for basically Terran for the past like 4 patches. You can think of it that way too. Like, these past patches have been very biased, so it's very easy to see, and which is why I'm so kind of like belligerent toward the balance team, because I think they're all really, really dumb, and they don't know what they're doing. But then again, you know, I always say that, oh, they're dumb, they don't know what they're doing, but in reality, they do know what they're doing. They're nerfing Terran, right?
Yes, Commander.
They're doing it for themselves, they're doing it,
What is it?
it's pissing everybody off. Like, nobody's happy with their
Research
decisions.
complete. Research.
SCV ready.
But hey, all the you know, Zerg and Protoss guys are doing a lot better, right? They're doing a lot better. Terran apparently is like the stepchild race currently.
Daylight's burning. SCV ready.
Mineral field depleted. Mineral
They
field
will
depleted.
continue.
Is that it? Turning up.
What is it? Oh, really?
In the rear.
Somewhere here.
Go ahead. It's yours.
Upgrade complete.
Hear me.
If you guys want to, I can go over it right after this game, if you guys are interested.
Mineral
Let me know
field
if you're
depleted.
interested or not. I'll go over the facts.
What's going on?
Not enough energy.
SCV ready.
Yes, Commander. Well,
Okay.
Roger.
Mineral field depleted.
You hailed? What?
Command center upgrade.
And I'll simplify it for you guys as well.
Oh, really?
I'll make it very simple when I do it. I've been teaching for like 20 years to tutoring and things like that. I know techniques where people's brains will catch on very easily. Take a break and go over the patch? Alright. I'll do that. Give me a minute. Okay, let me see here. I'm not even gonna go that far back with the patches. I'm just gonna do like the past like 5 patches or so, and I'll show you just how biased it is. All right, let me see here. Patches, patch notes. Legacy of the Void. Patches, okay. Alright. All right, should be pretty easy for you guys to see right there, right? You know what? I'll make a video for this too. I'll put it on YouTube. So give me a moment. Let me prepare everything for that. Okay. Let's go over it. All right. Okay, guys. So, I'm gonna basically teach you guys very simply, a very simple technique. Basically, that like I said, I've been tutoring for like over 20 years, and so I'm gonna make this as easy as possible for you guys to grasp, right? When I go over this, these patches, basically. And all we're going to do is we are going to look at the past 4 years only. I'm not going to go over everything, but we're just going to look at the past 4 years, and we're going to ask ourselves, we're going to pit ourselves against certain scenarios with these patches in the past, and then we're going to see exactly how those scenarios play out in the game, and basically why Terran is being targeted and butchered by basically the Balance Council that's full of Zerg and Protoss players over, you know, in the EU, basically. So yeah, we're gonna be going over that here. Okay, so 4 years, right? Let's start with this one, patch point or 5.06. Okay, because that's 4 years back, 2021. I'm going to be honest with, like, the whole COVID crap, everything with the shit. starting at that point 4 years ago. So we're going to start here. This is when everything starts. Okay, so this is nothing. Added some anniversary thing. Let's take a look at 6th of April. Nothing. Don't even need to worry about that one. 5.08. General patches. Nothing. Alright, where are the big patches? I guess these are the verses. We need to look at the verses patches. So, 5.09. Okay, so here we go. So, Dark Templar now have a 0.75 second attack delay after blink. Okay, so that would be like a nerf, right? Starting energy reduced from 100 to 50 outside. We don't have to really worry about that because all that's been changed, but that would be considered a nerf, right? Void Ray build time increased by 37 to 43. Now, keep in mind, prior to this patch, I remember that they overbuffed the Void Ray. I remember that. They overbuffed it with speed, with everything. And everybody was abusing it and proxying Void Rays across the map before this particular patch came out. And even when they came out with this patch, people still could proxy Void Rays, basically. So this basically targeted proxy Void Rays because every fucking kid did it versus Terran players. So the build time increase, mineral cost increase, yeah, but they still got their speed and all that from the previous patch before this. So if we take a look, I'll show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. So if this is versus, where is the versus patch before that? In 2020 maybe? Bug fixes? Because I remember they came out with the over patching the Void Ray, basically. Damn, I feel like they're missing stuff on here because I remember they over patched the Void Ray, and it's like not on here for some reason. So this was after the Void Ray became giga buffed. I remember that. So if this is 5.09, then where's the Void Ray patch before that? How come we don't see it? I feel like Liquipedia doesn't put shit up all the way. Start at 5.04. Is it this one? Where's the Void Ray shit at? Where they buffed the Void Ray like 4 times in a row. Is it this one? Balance update? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, we found it. Balance test mode only. Okay. So this is when the Balance Council took over. Because they released this balance onto the ladder. Because I was playing it, obviously. Right? Because I remember this stuff. So they call it a balance test mode only, but it's whatever. Right? But what do you notice? So let's actually start here. Because this is basically when the Balance Council took over. Okay? Let's start right here at 5.02. 5.02. What do you notice? They buffed the Zergling. Okay, I'm gonna put a little. Let me see if I can put something on here real quick. I'm gonna drop this in the paint real quick, and I'm gonna write some notes, and I'm gonna see if I can bring that up on the stream too. So let's bring that up. I'm gonna bring up this paint. Untitled. Here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna bring this up real quick, and let's reduce this real quick so you guys can see. Okay, so I'm gonna say I'm gonna write down what is it, Zerg here? Is that the first one? Yeah, Zerg. So Baneling buff. Alright. I'll put a plus. Baneling with a plus, okay? That means buff. If it's minus, it's gonna be a nerf, okay? Now, this is a huge deal with these changes, in my opinion, because now they're smacking through probes and killing a bunch of workers a lot easier, and Marines, and you don't need as many Banelings. They're killing Zealots easier, that kind of thing, right? So I'm gonna put it like that. All right. Now we've got Oracle Revelation duration increase from 15 seconds to 20 seconds. This doesn't even fucking matter. Okay? If it doesn't fucking matter, I'm not going to write it down. I'm just going to put it straight up. I'm not going to write it down if it doesn't matter. Okay? 15 seconds to 20 seconds doesn't matter at all. Alright? It's not that big of a deal. Why is this not that big of a deal? Because they patched the Revelation, they made it cheaper, and then they made the duration last just like longer, to the point that you can keep spamming it and keep eyes on your opponents. So this was actually buffed prior to this also. I remember that. I remember Revelation was like 50 energy or something in the past. It wasn't on a cooldown. And then it ended up lasting for like 30 seconds, right? Now it lasts less than that, but they can spam it over and over and over and over again, basically, is what I've noticed. So this is the Void Ray, all of these Void Ray changes. So I'm going to put Void Ray here. Let's say Void Ray. I'm going to write this down. Protoss Void Ray, okay? And when we look at Void Ray here, okay, let's switch this over. Let me see if I can just like move this to the side a little bit instead. Like maybe over here so you guys can see the patch and this that I have up. There we go. That looks good. Right there. So I can leave it up, right? So we've got Void Ray now, right? So Void Ray cost decrease, build time decreased, movement speed increased, and the flux movement speed increased. This is 4 buffs in a row. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put 4 there. Okay? 4 buffs in a row. Alright, so Carrier Interceptor belonging to a carrier that has been neural parasite will no longer draw aggression from units belonging to the carrier's original owner. I'm not going to worry about that because that's a ZVP kind of thing. I'm doing this strictly... what I'm doing right now is strictly against Terran. Okay? Anything that phases Terran in this game. New upgrade found on the fleet beacon. Tectonic Distablers. This was a huge buff, by the way, especially versus mech in the late game. Because in the late game, you can now destroy all the planetaries very easily and all the buildings very easily. Because you can spam Tempests out, right? And this is when Tempest... and look at the cost of the Tempest. Or, sorry, the cost of the upgrade. Okay, no. We'll get to that later. I think they changed the supply and everything in one of the more recent patches. So we'll get to that later. So this is a plus, okay? Tempest. We'll put this down here. Tempest, 1+, okay? These are all buffs, by the way. Nothing for Terran. Keep that in mind. Nothing for Terran, okay? Let's go over to the next patch. Right, which was this one, right? Okay, so Dark Templar. This, to be honest, is not that big of a deal. Alright, I'm not going to put down a minus or a plus for something like this. It doesn't really affect the gameplay that much, and this is more of a ZVP kind of thing when the Dark Templar would jump on hatcheries. Alright, so I'm not going to put anything here for this one. Shield battery, we can put that as a nerf. This is a little bit of a nerf and a little bit of a nerf here. So I'm going to take away 2 from the Void Ray. 2 of these let's put 2 minus signs, okay? 2 minus signs. You see this? How I'm doing this? 2 minus, 2 positive, they cancel out. Alright. We can technically say Void Ray got double buffs, mostly because of the cooldown increase and then the speed increase. Alright? So that's kind of how you can look at it. Now, the build time and mineral cost, this kind of negated the changes from before. They kind of reverted it a little bit. So yeah, they basically reverted these 2. Widow Mine. So here's a big one. This is huge, guys. This is a huge nerf, okay? This right here reduced the effectiveness of drilling claws by 0.71 seconds to 1.07 seconds. That is huge. So when it goes underground, it's taking longer to go underground, mind you guys. Okay, so it takes longer to go under the ground, which means that it's not going to be able to, what do you call it? Fire right away. So that nerfs like your tunneling claw drops, tunneling claws out on the map, tunneling claws that are trying to intercept maybe like Tempest, like if you're trying to chase Tempest with your battle cruisers, making the mines go under the Tempest to fire in time. All of that's been nerfed because of this mine change. Okay? So this particular mine change, and I'm just going to put Terran down here. Terran, and I'm going to put mine. And we're going to put a minus. Okay, because it's basically 1 nerf here. Now, let's take a look at Zerg. Reduce the effectiveness of adaptive talons from 0.71 seconds to 1.07 seconds. Okay. Now, let me tell you a secret here. Okay. Prior to this patch, or you know what? I don't know if it's prior to this patch or if it's... Let me look. I think it might be before this patch where they made lurkers like really fucking good, just like the Void Ray, because they gave the lurkers extra range, which makes the ghosts unable to snipe them without the ghosts getting hit now. So I want to see where that's at. Is it this one? 5.0? There's a lot here in this one. This must have been a Blizzard patch. Where's the balances? Unless there's no balances here. Where's the patch where they over-buffed the Lurker and give it the extra range in the late games? I don't want to. I don't want to put Lurker down and put a minus because that's just bullshit. Because I remember they made the Lurker super good. They made it have way more range because you can get the upgrade now. Let me see here. Where is that fucking patch? Okay, so that's the one we were looking at, the 5.1. Let me look at this one. Is this where they have the Lurker? No, there's a patch where they buff the Lurker like hardcore. Where is the patch at? Is it this one? 4.12? This one. Try this one real quick. Look up the Lurker on its page. Okay, let's take a look. Lurker. Lurker description. Okay. Patch note. Ah, cool. Here it is. Here it is. This is the one. See, okay, so in the 4.0 patches, they over buff the Lurker here. So the then build time is decreased. The range, look at this. Even though they reduced the range from 9 to 8, they increased the Lurker's range to 8 to 10. This is huge, okay? Because this is a permanent stat in the late game. All right, and if you have a permanent stat in the late game that's increasing your range, that's why when I go tanks and stuff like that, you notice that I'm trying to shoot the Lurkers from range, right? You notice that they've given Zerg and Protoss a lot of stuff. And Terran's not getting anything in these patches, by the way. I'm letting you guys know. This is going all the way back to 4. The patch 4s, as you can see here. So if we go over the patch 4s, okay, like in these areas, and we just go to the versus, balance changes, like right here. This was a bio change. New upgrade increase. Okay, that's really old. Yeah, that was a buff to bio Terrans a long time ago with this balance change. That one in particular. I'm trying to find it. Is it under general here? No. No, it's in these areas. 4.1. All right, this is when they nerfed the tactical jump. They nerfed the Yamato cannon. Hellbat pre-igniter. This was, I didn't even give a shit about this, to be honest. I remember when this came out, I was like, oh, we got a bunch of nerfs, but we got this thing, right? I remember saying that a lot. Advanced ballistics upgrade move from starport to fusion core. I remember this was terrible. Yeah. A lot of these were terrible changes. Yep. Yep. This is when they started nerfing the Raven on top of it. Yeah, I remember that. So you're noticing a trend, right? It's like the Terrans have been getting nerfed since. The only good buff that they got was like getting stim faster in like 5 years, 6 years basically. But that doesn't fucking affect me in the late game with playing mech though, right? So let's get back to where we were. Okay, I'm not gonna give, because I know that the Lurker got over buffed. I'm not giving them a minus. I'm not giving Zerg a minus, because I just showed you guys they got over buffed in the previous patch. Before that, in the 4.0 patches in 2019. So I'm not even worried about that. Let's go back to 5.09. Alright, so I'm not worrying about the lurker. Okay, this is nothing in my opinion. This is a nothing burger because they got overbuffed already. Nidus Worm. Increase starting creep by 1 unit in each direction around the worm once it spawns. Don't really give a shit about this either. So I'm not going to give them a minus or a plus here. Can no longer transfuse off creep. You know what? I think this is a big deal. I'm going to give Zerg a minus with the queen here. Because not being able to transfuse off creep. Now, I'm going to be honest. Not many scenarios are like that, but it's still a nerf, right? Not very many scenarios are like that. But I do know that there were people that used like transporting queens or did the mass queens walking across the map. It mostly affects Protoss. Okay, let's put it that way. It mostly affects Protoss because they would do that queen all in with roaches. Remember at the front where the slow queens would walk across the map, kind of like that, and then start transfusing. That was mostly a patch for that particular matchup. So, but versus Terran, it's not that big of a deal, but I'm still going to give them the benefit of the doubt because I do still see some scenarios, very rare scenarios where the queen is off creep, like when I'm doing like the ghost drop attacks in their base, and then they're trying to go in between the natural to the third base, kind of like that, and I kill the tumors as an example. It affects me basically with the way that I play, and it helps me out when I'm fighting queens with the ghosts basically. So I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt, put the minus there because this is my gameplay basically. That's being affected, right? So let's look at 5.0. I think that was the last one, right? Yeah. Let's look at 5.011. Alright, so creep tumor, cooldown increased from this. Sight range reduced from this. You know what? I'd love to give them a minus on this, but do you know how often creep tumors are being shit on the map constantly? And, I'm going to be honest, if they shit out enough creep tumors in the past, they would have creep at your third before you can get a third. I remember that. Long time ago. You know, I'll give it to him. Fuck it. Because that means I can get a third. I'll give it to him. Because these creep tumors are like... If I can get a third quicker, because there's not thousands of creep, then I guess that's a plus. Hatchery lair hive. Creep spread interval decreased. Okay. Does not affect the creep spread. Don't give a shit about that. Viper. After casting Abduct, the Viper cannot move and use its ability for 0.57 seconds. This, I don't see it in the gameplay or being affected in the gameplay. I just don't. I think this is more of a TVP thing, or sorry, a ZVP thing, because when I'm playing and they're abducting Thors and tanks and stuff, it's not helping me at all, this change. It doesn't help me for some reason. Probably because the range of the abduct is so insane that maybe that's the reason why, but I just don't really know. Now, the Ultralisk, I know that it had its changes, right? But I'm going to put this down. So this is like double buffs right here for the Ultra. This was a big deal. This is what was a big fucking problem when it comes to my playstyle. Okay? I remember that being a big fucking problem. Actually, let me see. Increase the distance target can move before Ultralisk attack is cancelled from... Okay, so they can reach further, basically, before a target moves away. Alright, so I'm going to give them the plus there. 1 plus, 1 plus. Alright. Hydralisk. Muscular augment speed off creep. Increased. Damage point reduced. Okay, damage point is the time it takes for the unit to complete an attack. Yeah, they attack way faster and stuff. Yeah, way faster, I've noticed. So I'm gonna give Hydralisk 2 pluses, because I see that when I'm playing mech. I run in with, like... You guys saw the game, like, yesterday, right? Where I was playing some guy that was going Mass Hydra only. And I went Mass Hellion. And I remember Mass Hellion used to beat Mass Hydras. Because of that damage point, my Hellions are not beating all the Hydras, as crazy as that is. I don't know why. Sherman, appreciate it, man. Found your stream in 2018 because of the bio standard gameplay and see your 600k MMR plus. Okay, cool. Stream during the day and your kids are over the summer day afternoon stream and comments. Give me a minute. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yep, appreciate you, Sherman. Yeah, that's when I had the kiddos and doing daddy daycare basically. That was a tough time. That was a tough time because my entire life I went broke basically because of legal fees, and then I fought so hard just to have them in my life, and then I had to do the daddy daycare, right? I could have just given my ex the full custody that she wanted and not fought as hard with the legal fees and everything, but didn't want to not have... I needed them in my life, basically. I'm not going to be that kind of dad, so I had to fight for it. Yeah, so that's what ended up happening there with that. Before that happened, though, that's awesome when you found me there, Sherman. So yeah, we gave the Ultra, the Hydra, I'm giving them a double plus there for this. Viper, after casting up deck, don't really see those changes too much. Broodlord, move speed increased. Ah, that's right. They made the Broodlords fast. I remember that. Duration of spawn broodlings reduced. This is so stupid. Duration of spawn broodlings reduced from... This is from hatcheries and buildings and stuff that blow up. Oh no, it's not. Duration of spawned broodlings reduced from 5.71 to 3.57. Faster Broodlords is way better. The broodlings don't matter that much. The fact that I can't outmaneuver Broodlords anymore because they're faster makes it a little bit more difficult on the map, so I'm going to give them a plus here. Broodlords were never a problem because you had Hellbats everywhere. Literally. And they one-shot Broodlings. No one... It never was a problem with the Broodlings. I think that's more of like a bio thing, maybe. So I'm going to give them a plus here. Alright, so Ravagers. Build time increased. And removed the random delay of up to 0.36. I'm not going to give them anything for this. Just because you're either fighting the Ravagers or not. They're not building in the late game. Keep in mind, I'm thinking about late games here, guys, most of the time. The Ravager, right? The build time increase only affects cheese. Alright? 99% of the time, when you engage, you're not going to see a bunch of Ravagers being built. You're fighting already, right? I'm thinking about that kind of scenario in the late game, so I'm not worried about this. I'm not going to write that down. Let's look at Protoss. Battery overcharge skill recharge rate bonus reduced from this to this, 100% to 50%. Okay, so this is shield battery overcharge stuff, right? This was a nerf to the shield battery overcharge, but I'm not going to worry about that because this isn't in the game anymore, right? The other ability is better, the energy one, okay? I'll put a plus for that later when we get to it. Okay, because that's replaced. Observer. Move speed increase. This one is, you know what? A lot of people probably don't think this is a big deal. For me, it's a big deal. The observer. Okay? Now, the reason, okay, the reason the observer is a big deal here, right, is because when I go with my ghost build, right, and I go to nuke them, and I go with the 3 ghosts to their base, I can't one-shot the observer anymore. I have to bring 4 ghosts now. That's actually a big deal. Okay? This affects my gameplay. I used to make a build, right, where I would do the 3 ghosts, rush their base, snipe the observer, and start killing probes off of a gasless expand, and then go into, like, mech style. Now, sometimes it would fail, but the fact that I have to commit an extra ghost to it is actually a pretty big nerf for me. So the fact that they move faster and they have like more health and stuff is a big deal, right? So and the observer is going to get another plus later because I know they got more health in the other patch. So I'm going to put it up there because they move faster, they can get out quicker in those scenarios. Same when I'm trying to snipe them from my base with like Marines and Ghosts, because when I'm playing mech, guys, the only anti-air I have is like the 4 Marines in the bunker most of the time, and then my Ghosts. And I can't tell you how many times the fucking observer gets out and gets away because it's either too... I can't EMP it because the radius is so small now because I fuck up with the EMP, or when I scan it and it gets away because it's faster now. I've seen it happen so many times. Reduce the collision radius with structures, okay? I'm not going to put anything down for this. This doesn't bother me, right? Move speed increase. This is a big deal. This allows the Templar not to straggle behind for my ghost to snipe them. Okay, so I'm going to put that down here. So this is a plus. By the way, this is affecting RuFF gameplay. Okay, I'm going to put that there. Affecting gameplay. Alright, this is for me. How it affects my gameplay. Disruptor, Purification Nova Radius reduced, okay? This doesn't really do anything for me. The thing that does do something for me was that they reduced the damage. But versus like giant clunky mech units, this doesn't affect me. It affects mostly Bio, and it affects mostly Zerg. When they reduce the radius. And I think they gave the radius back, to be honest. So I'm not going to put anything down. I think they gave the radius back, but then they nerfed the damage to 100. I remember that. So, yeah, this got reverted in one of the recent patches, so I'm not going to touch it. I'll put the Disruptor down when it has the 100 damage, because that does affect my mech gameplay. It allows my mech units not to die faster. Alright, Carrier Interceptor attack priority reduced from 20 to 19. Attacks now prioritize other units over interceptors. Let me see what this means. Across skill levels. Okay, this should allow players to use units intended to fight carriers to actually be effective. Use effectively. Okay. This is... Alright, so with the carrier, here's the deal with the carrier, with this particular patch. For some people, it's good. For some other people, it's not good. And for me, it is... when I do an engagement, okay, sometimes I don't want to attack the carrier, but my units start attacking the carrier when I want to kill the interceptors, which kind of annoys me. But when I'm pushing and they're trying to run away, the carriers are trying to run away, it makes it easier to kill the carriers. So when I'm defending, I don't like this change. When I'm attacking, I like this change. Does that make sense? So to me, it doesn't matter, in my opinion, this carrier change, because it's like a negative, positive caveat. Because I know a lot of times I want to kill the interceptors when I'm defending, and I want to kill the carriers when I'm attacking, basically. So I'm not going to put anything down for this one. Alright. So build time reduced from 26.4 to 22.9. Okay, this is huge. Okay, and move speed increase. So these are huge, by the way. And then not just that, they changed the armor tag for the Sentry in one of the recent patches. And then also they changed the remember the overcharge with the energy? This is why you see a lot of Sentries now and how good they are, okay? This does fuck up my gameplay a lot. I'm going to put it down. All right. I'm going to put a double plus here because that's pretty huge, to be honest. They build faster. They move faster. Basically, what they did was they made all the units this 3.5 speed to keep up with the entire army. They're all, it's buffs, basically, because you can't pick off the units in the back, or they don't, or the Protoss doesn't have to group up their Templar. They don't have to group up their Sentries anymore. They can just move in easier, basically, with these units, is what you're noticing with these speed changes. They made the speed changes so that Templar and Sentries stay together with the entire army. Right? With these two changes, with the High Templar and the Sentry. And so they don't fall behind, which means if they fall behind, they have to stop, right? And let their units catch up. And sometimes those units can get picked off in the back. So it's actually a big deal. Alright, so forge upgrades. Research time reduced. Oh, that's like, that's huge, man. They're getting upgrades way faster. Alright, I'm going to put a plus there. Alright, Dark Templar, Shadow Stride, attack delay reduced from this to this. This doesn't really affect anything that much, so I'm not worried about this. Shadow Stride in general, just escaping from mech units is a big deal. I think this is more of, like I said, a ZVP thing when they're killing hatcheries and shit, right? This doesn't bother me too much. Okay. Alright, so Terran, Viking, fighter mode. Damage point reduced from 0.112 to 0.04. This means you can stutter step the Vikings. I really don't give a shit. It does. I'm going to put it down anyways because it does allow my Vikings to do something. So I'm going to put a plus here for Vikings. But it's not that big. It's not that big of a change. Okay. Liberator. Alright. With how many nerfs the Liberator has gotten. Okay. This change does not feel like a big deal to me. Because you're making like one Liberator in the beginning of the game and that's it usually. One or two. And it's usually in the TVT matchup. It's not in the other matchups. Versus Zerg and versus Protoss, very rarely. Right? I'm going to give the I don't even want to do that because the Liberator's been nerfed like 10 times. With its range, with its damage, with its upgrade, being moved to the fusion core, everything. I'm not putting anything down for Liberator. Because of that. Because they've had so many nerfs in the past with it. So I'm not worried about that. Ghost. This is huge. Alright, this is massive. Fucking massive. Right here. So enhanced shockwaves upgrade removed. Then they increased radius from 1.74. Now they reduced this, by the way. They reduce it back to 1.5, by the way. I know you guys know this, right? So I'm gonna put it here. This doesn't really change anything because this is kind of like a take and give situation. These two cancel each other out because it used to give you a 2.0 radius, which is actually better. I would rather have 1.5 radius in the beginning of the game than have this upgrade that gives me a 2.0 for the late stage of the game. Instead of it being a 1.75. So this is kind of like a give and take. I'm not going to put anything down for this here. Now, this is huge. The targeting. That's huge, this one. And the manual targeting, I really don't give a shit about this, because 99% of the time, I just don't use it. I don't cancel the snipes, guys. Literally don't cancel the snipes. Right? And remember, I'm doing this based on my late game. I'm making affecting RuFF. Look, right here. Affecting RuFF's gameplay. I'll say late game. Let's put it that way. Late game. Alright? So, this right here is huge. So for the ghost, we're putting a minus. Minus. Alright? Alright, Banshee. This is a buff. These are 2 buffs to the Banshee, by the way. Not that I really use them, and obviously, Phoenix are faster, Mutas are faster, Corruptors are almost as fast as the Banshee. I think they're just barely slower. That, it's not the biggest deal to me, but this is useful, right? Right here with the Banshee. This is helpful, so I'm giving myself a plus on that. Magfield accelerator damage bonus changes from plus. Okay, this is when they redesigned the Cyclone. Now, oh, here it is. Oh, yeah, this is a nerf. Right here, this is a big nerf. So for me, okay, this is the Cyclone in the game, this one. Before they did the complete change to the Cyclone, this is the one that's currently in the game. See where it says here, change from plus 20 versus armored to plus 10 versus all. So, in the past, when you would get the Magfield upgrade, you were doing 40 damage to Stalkers, 40 damage to Tempest, 40 damage to Carriers. All the important shit you're doing 40 damage to. Now you do 30 damage to those units. But versus all, now you're killing... See, you're doing 30 damage to Zerglings, but it still takes 2 hits, right? 20 plus 20 is 40, you kill a Zergling. 30 damage does not kill a Zergling, so it still takes 2 hits to kill a Zergling, right? With this change here. You see how it benefits Zerg? You see that? Now you're killing roaches slower. You see that, by the way? Right? You're killing Corruptors slower. You see what I'm talking about? It's a nerf, okay? A lot of people are in disagreement with me, but this is a nerf, especially in the late game. Because, what? Zealots aren't going to kill you very fast. They have to melee you. You just run away, right? What kills you are the armored units in the game. The armored units are what kills the Cyclones. Okay? That's what you're going to notice. But the Cyclone was good versus the armored units. Alright, so this is actually a huge nerf to my gameplay. And that's currently the Cyclone that they have in the game. So I'm going to put that here as a minus. Okay? Now, the lock-on and all this, I'm not even worried about it. Okay? Wow, 7 to 7.5 change. Ooh, really, like I give a shit. I would rather take this 0.5 away and give me this armored back. I would rather that happen. Alright, so, let me see. Scam range, the autocast range is increased to attack move. Cyclones do not move below the active cast range and lock on before it acquires a target. The ability is still cast at 7 range. What? I don't notice any changes from back then. The only change I know is this one, because the only very niche scenario is you can lock onto a bunker without getting shot by the Marine in the bunker. That's literally the most niche scenario for this. Because when the Marine is in the bunker, it gets 7 range, and you can lock on at 7.5. Literally, it's like hardly anything. This is the only scenario I can think of is in TVT. Right? Everything else still hits me if I try to lock on with the Cyclone, and I'm doing way less damage because of this. So I'm just going to put a single minus down for the Cyclone. I'm not going to put 2. I'm not going to put a plus and cancel it out, because this is the biggest deal here. This right here is what fucks me up in the late game. This. Okay? Like I said, I would rather revert this. Give me this armored back. Okay? Sensor tower radar range reduced. Oh yeah. They already reduced it, but you know what they did in the recent patch? They made it even worse. I'm just going to put a 1 minus there, because I know it's going to affect the other one later, okay? With the one that salvages. Raven. Absolute god-awful garbage. Okay? Auto turret health reduced. Auto turret duration reduced. Auto turret armor reduced to 0. Auto turrets don't get armor from Neo Steel. That's 4 fucking nerfs right there. Anti-armor reduction reduced from 3 to 2. 5 nerfs. Corvid reactor upgrade removed, so you don't start with 75 energy. 6 nerfs. Build time reduced. And gas cost reduced. Garbage. I would rather have a more expensive Raven instead of losing all of this shit. Literally. So you know what? There's 6 nerfs, 2 buffs. Raven, we're going to put down 4 fucking minuses. That's what we're doing there for that one. Super frickin' nerfed the Raven. Super frickin' nerfed it. Alright. Let's go to the next patch. So that was the 5.011 patch, right? Yeah. Alright, so we're going to go over to the 5.011. 12 patch, I mean. Alright, so the Cyclone, we're not going to worry about this because they reverted it, right? So the Cyclone's just going to still have that -1 because the current one in the game is the one that's that was in that previous patch. Alright, let's look at this though. Snipe damage reduced, EMP radius reduced. Look at this. They took away our upgrade. Instead of giving us a 2.0, they gave us a flat 1.75, and then they're just like, we're going to take it all away. And you just have a 1.5. Put 2 minuses next to the Ghost. Alright. Now, let's go over here to Widowmine. Tunneling Claws now also make the Widowmine a brutal. This is the... Okay, let me tell you guys. This is the dumbest shit that I've ever seen whenever this happens. Tunneling Claw going down faster and firing right away is huge. As your Widowmine is on cooldown, being able to get up just like a fourth of a second faster and try to move is just the dumbest thing ever. I don't know what this does to the game, but it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything. This is not a buff, by the way. It doesn't do anything. What do you get out of this? Nothing. Nothing. Active Widowmine micro in the mid game versus Zerg. This is what they write down. Does anybody use Widowmines versus Zerg anymore? No. Because the radius has been reduced in the last patch. So I'm not going to put anything there. Alright? Alright, so Medevac. This is a nerf. I know some of you guys might disagree with me, but this is a huge nerf, in my opinion. Faster medevacs. I used to get faster medevacs because I would open up with the Ghost build and go in the Fusion Core. Remember? I'd open up 4 Ghosts, and do the medevac, harass the Zerg, and I would get the Fusion Core, and then I would get the upgrade sometimes. They took that away from me. And now they gave it an energy upgrade. Like, with the energy upgrade, you don't even get, like... You don't get, First off, your medevacs are slower. They're just normal medevacs. And what scenario are you ever playing in where you're gonna be constantly running out of energy with your medevacs. Unless you're just A-moving and stimming all over the place as a bio player, which doesn't affect me. So it's a nerf. This used to help me as a mech player, by the way. This upgrade. That medevac speed upgrade used to help me as a mech player. I would drop Hellbats and get this upgrade as I open up with the 4 Ghost build versus Zerg. So this is a nerf. Alright, so I'm gonna put a nerf down there for the medevac. Because I used to do this. Because that's how my creative playstyle was. Alright. Alright. Let me see if I can expand this a little bit. So you guys can see it better. Let me reduce this because... let's go down here. There we go, for now. Okay, so... Raven Interference Matrix now requires a research upgrade. So it's another nerf to the Raven, so that's 5. 5 tickers, right? Alright, so I'm going to put that down. Yes, that is a big deal. Alright. Hellbat, this is huge! This is huge right here, because now they can spam Zerglings in the late game. Zerg can spam Zerglings in the late game versus Hellbats now. And I think that's the dumbest shit ever. If you're fighting mech, you should not be able to spam Zerglings. You should never be able to spam Zerglings in the late game if you're fighting versus mech. These dumb fucks that came up with this are stupid. Alright? So, Hellbat nerf. This is huge. And I think it affects a lot of my gameplay versus Zealots also. When I'm fighting Zealots. Alright. So, Lurkers, move speed reduced. The Talons cost reduced from this to this. I'm just going to cancel those out because this is a buff and then this is a nerf. But remember, they got Giga nerfed. They got nerfed really hard. Or sorry, they got buffed really hard in that one patch I showed you at the beginning of all this, by the way. Oh my god, Grandmasters! Put that away. Alright. Then over here, if we go to Infestor, alright, Infestor starting energy increased. How come my Ravens can't start with 75 energy? How come? Right? Fungal growth cast range. Fungal growth damage reduced. I don't care about this. As a mech player, I don't care about this. What affects everything... Okay, this is maybe 1 minus here. And pathogen glands upgrade removed. This is huge, by the way. I'm going to put a +1 here for fungal growth, even though they have these changes. Starting with the energy is huge. It's a big deal. Okay? But I think it's stupid that my Ravens have 50 energy, and they remove the upgrade, and then Zerg gets to have 75 energy Infestors. How fair is that? Right? I think that's fucking shitty. Alright, Infestors are going to get a plus because of that. Alright, Infestors get a plus because of that. I think that's just fucking stupid. Alright. Okay. So, let's see here. Alright, so the Viper, consume damage reduced. Not that big of a deal for me. Move speed increased. They increased the speed twice to the Broodlord? 2 times. I didn't realize that. I thought it was just once. There's another increased speed on the Broodlord. They increased the speed 2 times. No wonder they're so fast. Broodling move speed. This doesn't fucking matter. Okay? This is if you destroy a building and they come at you. Or whatever. Or these broodlings right here when they get spawned. It doesn't do anything. Deceleration speed increased from... Okay, this is big, by the way. I'm going to put 1+ for Overlord. Because they can get in and out faster. Which makes it harder for me to catch them. And kill them in the early game. As well. So I'm going to put a plus there. Because that is a big deal. Wait, hold on. Reduce the amount of the time it takes for Overlord to stop and begin dropping creep to allow the more act... this doesn't affect anything. I'm going to take that away. I thought it was the Overlord speed. That doesn't do anything. Overlord of Ventral Sacs. Speed increased. Generating creep delay reduced. Move speed increased. Move speed. This is actually a buff. I'm surprised I don't see Zergs use this more often. There's a lot of buffs here, and Zergs don't use it more often. If I was a Zerg player, I'd be using this. So I'm going to put... You know, it doesn't affect my gameplay because nobody ever uses it, so I'm not worried about it. I'm not going to put it down. This is huge. Hey, Balance Council, can my Thors be 275, 200, just like your Ultralisk? Huh? Can my Thors be 275 also? Since they lost their armor and their splash damage. Can I get that also? Thanks. Alright, so Ultra's gonna get a plus here. I don't know why they continuously buff Ultras over and over and over again. Burrow on burrow time, I'm not worried about that. It's not that big of a deal, so... Speed upgrade, research time reduced. What do you notice, guys? What are you noticing? With what I'm writing here, with these plus and minuses next to the names of the units. What are you noticing so far as it's stacking over patches? Speed upgrade research time reduced from 71 to 64 seconds, so that's a buff. Range cost upgrade reduced, that's a buff too. Extra to Hydras, plus to Hydras. That affects my gameplay. Damage bonus per upgrade reduced from this to this. I don't see a big change because they changed the light damage anyways. Oh, this is a flat +2. Okay. Centrifugal hooks cost reduced. Centrifugal hooks research time reduced. Health removed. This is kind of like a nothing burger in my opinion. And I already have a Baneling with a plus up there anyways. This is kind of like give and takes here. I'm not going to put anything up for this. I'm not worried about it. It doesn't really affect my gameplay all that much. Spire, air upgrade cost reduced. Oh, I didn't realize that. No wonder they were getting all these upgrades so fast. I used to have way more upgrades for air right away because I had rushed the air stuff. And now they're getting armor and stuff a lot easier. Evolution Chamber too? Really? Both? Holy shit. See, with Protoss, it was just Forge, but not the air. With Terran, it was the engineering bay and not the armory upgrades. But for Zerg, it's the evolution chamber and the spire. They got both. Protoss got Forge only. Terran got engineering bay only. But Zerg gets a reduction in upgrades for spire and evolution chamber. 2 of them. That's crazy. How come Terran can't get cheaper armory upgrades? And how come Protoss can't get cheaper cybernetic core upgrades? Makes you think, right? A little bit. Oh, wait. No. They did it here. Forge and cybernetic. Oh, shit. They did both. Okay. I'm going to put it here, too. Wait, they reduced it twice? The shield upgrade cost. Oh, they did it twice for... Wait, but what about Terran then? Let me see. Does Terran get the armory They don't get anything. Holy shit. That's so unfair. So if you go mech, your mech upgrades are not cheap. But your engineering bay upgrades are cheap. Forge and cybernetics core upgrades are cheap. Inspire and evolution chamber upgrades are cheap. But for Terran, it's only eBay. They completely blew away Armory. They didn't give any Armory bonus upgrades. That's fucked up. See how they're not... how they're trying to remove mech from the game? That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna put the eBay... Did I put the eBay down here? eBay plus. And I'm gonna put an asterisk here. No Armory upgrades. But other races got their tech upgrades reduced. I'm gonna put that there. That's interesting. That's actually very interesting. All the races got a buff to their upgrades except for the Terran Armory. That's actually huge. That is huge. Wow. Okay. I was not expecting that. It's good to go back and take a look at these things because that's pretty important. That's pretty important, actually. Okay. Alright, Warp Prism. Mini-map radius increased from... This is not that big of a deal. I'm not worried about it. Disruptor. Supply. Model scale reduced. Radius increased. Okay. Alright, so the biggest one is a supply here. So I'm going to put a minus here for Disruptor. For Protoss. A minus. Okay. Tempest. Acceleration increase. This is huge. This fucks me up because now they can just micro back and fire, micro back and fire. Scale. The radius model scale reduced also is a big deal because they made the Tempest look smaller, which makes it harder to hit them with like splash damage and stuff, right? Like Widow Mines and all that. So this is a big deal also, in my opinion. Well, the biggest one is this, the acceleration. For Ultralisk model being small is a huge deal. But for Tempest model, it's not that big of a deal when I think about it. This one, though, they're getting a plus on that. Because the acceleration is a big deal when I'm using battle cruisers. And they're constantly microing back and firing at me. Right? So that's a big deal to my late game. Alright, so... Mothership cost reduced, supply cost reduced, cost build time reduced, speed increased. Damn, they giga buffed the mothership. No wonder I see motherships all the time. I see motherships all the time now. I never used to see them. I'm just gonna give them like a +5. That's a big deal. Oh, there's more. Hell's Shield's reduced. That's not that big of a deal because I see it all the time now, the mothership in the late game. Radius model. Not worried about. No longer has energy. This is huge that it's not based on energy, but it's based on cooldown. That's big. Because they can spam all 3 of their upgrades right away. Or all 3 of their abilities. I'm going to give another plus there. Because that's big. Recall now has... No, that's... I think that's very similar. Recall radius... Reduced. We'll put a minus here. Because of the recall radius. They can't take as many units. Time warp. Now has 60-second cooldown. All this doesn't matter. Because that's negated by this. Slow reduced from this to this. Not that big of a deal. Radius reduced from... Not that big of a deal because it's on cooldown. It's already buffs. I'll put another minus here for the time warp stuff. Cloak Field is no longer passive. It is now activated ability. That's a nerf there, so 3. We'll take 3 away. So it's like 3 pluses to the mothership, in my opinion. Alright. Sentry, this is big. Guardian Shield being on longer is big. So I'm going to put a plus here for the Sentry. Now it's got 3 ticks. This is a big deal when I'm fighting versus them. And it's not just that. I think in like the recent patch, they got the remove armor tag as well, which is huge when I'm going like mech and I'm playing with Hellions. Because now they're tanking the Hellions. Like hardcore. Right? Stasis Ward's sight range increased. That's actually very big. Because they can put them all over the map too. If it's got that much of a sight increase. That's pretty big actually. I didn't realize that. No wonder I see stasis everywhere when I'm playing mech too. Okay. Burial will now also block the first instance of damage that triggers the barrier. A lot of people remember when I'm always complaining in game, oh, now my mech armies suck because they're taking an extra hit. It's the truth. If you're taking an extra hit from the Thor's attack, an extra hit from the siege tank, and you take an extra hit from the EMP. It takes 2 EMPs because of this. This is a massive buff, by the way. This thing right here. This is huge. Alright, so I'm going to put that down. Because that's huge versus my gameplay. Void Ray fixed an issue with the move speed. Not worried about that. Alright. Okay. We're done with this patch. Let's take a look at another one. Alright, so was this the patch we just looked at? Yes. Alright, so we're getting there, guys. We're on the second to last patch now. Terran. Advanced Ballistics bonus removed. Now, let me tell you, they've already removed this bonus multiple times. I think the Liberator has a total of 4 range nerfs over the years. Like, over the lifetime of Legacy of the Void, it's had 4 range nerfs. And now they took another one away. So, that's a nerf. So, Liberator. Let's go down here. Can I not? Let's do this. Hold on. I need to make this smaller because I'm losing room here. Let's go with 18. Alright. Here we go. Liberator. It's a minus. Liberator minus. Okay. Alright. Widowmine. Now this is huge. I remember there was 3 nerfs here. You can't make them from Armory. Splash reduced. The alert is a big thing. Now they see it a lot easier. Well, I'm going to put the alert and the visibility together, so I'm going to say 3 here. Okay. Reduced maximum impact of shots by reducing the radius. Reduced maximum impact of shots by reducing the radius. Has a greater impact towards shots and mineral lines due to how units are clumped up. Oh yeah, they reduced the radius on top of the damage. So that's 4. Oh, hold on. Splash radius. No, I will keep it at 3 right there. Reduced end gaming moments when Armory, Cloak, the Widow Mines are dropped throughout multiple... Yeah, okay. Shut the fuck up. Yeah, little bitches. As if, because now I do the drops and I can't even... And I'm still behind after I kill probes. Now gives more opportunity for counterplay through changing visuals. Why is this even in here? This is notes, but it's not in notes. Okay, so 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Alright, so the mine has -4 now. A total of -4. Armory cost reduced. Okay, we'll say that's a buff. Because when I'm doing 1 gas related builds, like the Mass Hellion, that helps. So put a plus here for that. Just the cost reduced. It doesn't reduce the upgrades though. Engineering bay weapon upgrade costs reduced from... Oh! That's why I didn't put it here in the first place with the eBay. It was in this patch. Okay. So they never gave us the upgrades when the Zerg and the Protoss... Dude, that's hilarious. They never gave us the upgrades when the Zerg and Protoss got the upgrade buffs. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. We'll go over here. Look. Terran. Pay attention. Pay attention. Ghost, Widowmine, Medevac, Raven, Hellbat. And then nothing, right? But then down here, for Zerg, they get Spire and Evolution Chamber reductions. And then Protoss gets Forge and Cybernetic Core reductions. And then if you go over here, in this patch, they finally give it to Terran in the next patch for only the eBay. But for the Armory, they reduce the cost of the Armory, but they don't give you the reduction of the upgrades in the Armory. So it costs more to upgrade your mech units. Whereas the other races got upgrades reduced for everything. The only thing that Terran got was for the infantry. Take a look at this. See how fair that is? Right here. Zerg gets their tech and their evolution chamber. Their air and their ground. Protoss gets their air and their ground. Right? But Terran only gets infantry. And it wasn't even in the same patch. It came out in the next patch. Terran only gets infantry. Right here. Terran got no upgrade changes for their armory units, for their mech units. You see how biased the Balance Council is? They don't want you playing mech. They do not want you to play mech in this game. Why do you think they nerfed the Planetary Fortress? They don't want you to turtle. They don't want you to play mech. They're emotionally driven. All right? But anyways, let's say... I digress a little bit. Okay? Let's go back over here. Not worrying about the Cyclone because remember they reverted it, right? Raven. Interference Matrix can no longer target units already targeted or affected by... This is not that big of a deal. The only time this is a big deal is in the TVT matchup. In the TVT matchup, I can get away with my battlecruisers. Because they can't put another Matrix on me. And as soon as the Matrix ends, my BC can teleport. So this only affects TVT, so I'm not going to put it down. Alright, for the other races. It doesn't really make that big of a deal. Because this doesn't... You don't use this versus Zerg anyways. And versus Protoss... you don't... I don't use this versus Protoss either. I think bio players do to lock down Colossus and do a timing attack in the early stage of the game. They'll use this, but you won't see it used in the late game because when you invest in Ravens and you lock down carriers or Tempests or something, what does the Protoss do? They run away. They pull back. And when they pull back, because your mech army is slow, the ability ends, and now all your Ravens have no energy. And then they come back and they kill you. It happened every time I try to do the Matrix versus Protoss players. It's stupid. I think if they want Matrix to be good, they need to reduce the speed of the unit or make it stop like Lockdown and Brood War. Because this has no use versus Protoss because they always just run away every time you use it. You waste your energy. It's a waste of supply to make Ravens. It's a waste of energy because they just pull back, they wait for it to end, and then they engage you. It's completely useless. But anyways, this doesn't affect anything, right? So I'm not putting anything down for that. I just wanted to express that, right? Why I don't use it versus Protoss is because every time I has, it's been a failure. Creep spread radius increased. Oh, they increased the radius of the creep spread. That's right. I remember that. I can take that away from here. That means I can take this away from the creep tumor. Their previous nerf. Okay. Alright, fungal growth range increased. Oh, they gave the range back! They gave the range back! When I put down a minus for the fucking infestor, they put the range back. So, put it back. It doesn't cancel out anymore. Vision range while underground doesn't matter, because you're always on creep all the time anyways. Unburrow time increased from 0.357. Okay, so they unburrow faster on top of it. Increase the size, moving... Okay. This is not that big of a deal, but they unburrow faster and they can neural you faster then. But I don't see that big of a deal with those. Overlord, transport overlord morph time increased. Transport overlord, okay. I'm not worried about that. You never see that anyways. Build time reduced for observer. Yeah, this is where it's big. This is the big one right here. Because now I need 4 ghosts if I ever try to do my build instead of 3 ghosts. This is a big one. Build time reduced. Oh, I didn't know they reduced the build time too. No wonder they get observers out faster when I'm doing the ghost stuff now. So it's harder to kill them with my ghosts now because it takes an extra hit. And then they're building them faster on top of it. Alright, Protoss Observer gets more pluses. No wonder I'm having that problem. Damage increased from 6 to 6 plus 4 versus shields. Does not affect my gameplay. That's a PvP thing. Light armor tag removed. This is a big deal. Tanks and Hellions do like no damage to sentries now. Well, the biggest one is the Hellion. This is huge. So sentry is getting a plus here. Alright. Alright, pylon sight range increased. This is kind of... I've seen this in effect, but it's not that big of a deal in the late game, so I don't care about this. Like I said, I'm only putting things down that affect my gameplay in the late game. Right? Alright. So now let's go to the very last patch. Alright, so this is a big deal with the energy overcharge. So I'm going to put down Nexus. And put a plus here. Nexus. This is huge, in my opinion. This is so stupid because they get free scouting all the time now. It's the fucking dumbest thing ever. They don't have to commit to anything. They get free scouting. They can send an Oracle early with all of its energy. So if you're not prepared, you lose all your workers now. And they don't run out of energy. And they don't have to proxy it. They just give the energy to it. And they can just kill your entire worker line now on top of it. Because of this. So they're abusing it with sentries and oracles right now. And a lot of people, and I mentioned this, guys, remember when all those Protoss bitches came out and they were just like, they nerfed us because we don't have overcharge anymore on our fucking shield battery. Dude, this is so much better. And they're abusing the shit out of it. They're abusing the shit out of it now. Look at these guys. Now it's a problem. I said it too. I'm like, this is a great buff. Why are they complaining? Because they always complain. It doesn't matter. They always complain. This is huge. Okay? Alright, shield battery. Increase. This is big, by the way, because when I do that Marauder Hellion timing attack, it takes way longer to kill the shield batteries. This is a big deal for me when I'm doing my builds. I notice that. It takes longer to kill the shield batteries when I'm running in there doing anything now. It's harder to kill these. So I'm just gonna say shield battery here. And I'm gonna give it a plus because it is harder to kill them. Because some builds I go for the shield battery, some builds I don't. Stalker, this is a big fucking deal because I'm tired of them proxying me. I hate it. I hate these stupid stalker proxies in the early game. It fucks me up to the point that the fact that they're pumping them out faster on top of the chrono boost is so stupid. Alright, Colossus. This is a big deal also with the Colossus. This is a buff because if you're flopping these around right here, okay, if you're flopping these two, the armor is now being applied to the Colossus, okay, with that extra 50 HP. So I'll rush in. I've done builds with, like, for example, like Marines. I'll try to rush in, and I'll EMP to Colossus, and then I'll rush in with my Marines, and I can't kill the Colossus because it's taking way more hits because that 2 armor on top of that extra 50 HP is a big deal. It really is. This is a buff. But guess what? Guess what the internet dweebs complained about? That it's a nerf. They don't do the simple math, man. Shield batteries, or shields have 0 armor to start with. The actual armor is being applied to that other HP now. Okay, it's a big deal. Alright. I see it in the games. So the Colossus is getting a plus here. Plus on the Colossus. Alright, so Tempest. This is fucking stupid. Okay, I hate to say it. This is fucking stupid. They should have never fucking did this in the first place. Because with the Ghost being nerfed, and then the Tempest getting a buff to the supply, you have this imbalance of mech games in the late game now because the Protoss has way more supply, and the Terran has way less supply because the Ghost is more supply, and the Tempest is less supply. So when the armies face each other, the Protoss almost always wins in the late game scenario with Tempests in their army versus the Terran that has mech with Ghosts in their army because of it. So that's a big change right there. So you know what? This is way better than this right here. This doesn't do shit. Alright. So I'm going to give the Tempest a +1 here. Another one. It's a big deal. It really is. It really is. The cost reduced of the Immortal. Okay. Weapon cooldown increased. The biggest one for the Immortal, in my opinion, was the extra hit. And I already put that down because it fires slower, but it costs less. I'm not too worried about this. This doesn't really play that big of a part in big engagements because it basically means after it fires 10 times, it's missing 1 shot finally. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, so I'm not going to put any of that down. Disruptor Nova, this one. So they reverted this back, but this one is a nerf right here. So I'm going to put a minus versus the Disruptor. Okay, right here, a minus. All right. And then the Mothership Core, the Mothership, cost increased from 300, okay. Supply increased, okay. Mothership can now no longer be abducted. Because the Mothership was pretty OP. You still see it a lot. I'll take 1 off here for that one. Alright, Terran Cyclone, don't worry about that. It was reverted. Salvage. Damage now cancels the salvage process. Salvage timer is now... This is big because now I can't salvage my shit without losing it. I can't get my money back. Anytime I do any kind of aggression, anytime I am leaving a base, whatever, even the bunker in front of my base when it's getting attacked, I can't salvage it anymore. That's a nerf, so I'm going to put down here a nerf for salvage. I'm going to put 1 here. Sensor tower. This is a nerf to the sensor tower. People are like, well, this is a buff, RuFF. No, it's a nerf. All right. A 27. Look, they already reduced the range of the sensor tower from 30 to 27, and now it went from 27 to 22. If you put the sensor tower next to a command center, the command center practically has the same range as the sensor tower. It's sad. It's sad. Okay, Build your sensor tower right next to your command center and compare it. It's fucking sad. Okay? This is a nerf. I'm going to put another nerf here for the sensor tower. Alright? Just because of that. It's pathetic and sad, to be honest. It really is. It's really sad. I need to make this smaller. It's really sad. Alright, so sensor tower. Put a minus there. Alright, orbital command call down. This is the buff we get, guys. Right here's our buff. Right here's our buff. The extra supply increases the target supply depot's current health to 500. This is the shit they give Terran. And they take all this other shit away. And they give you a shitty supply depot drop down to heal your supply depot. Ghost nerf. I complain about this all the time. Huge in the late game. I'm going to put a minus there. Queen cost increased. Okay. But then the hatchery cost is reduced. So let's take a look at the queen up here. Damn, why can't I? Here we go. Alright, so I'm going to put a minus next to the queen. And then we'll put an extra thing here called the hatchery. Hatchery, a plus. Okay. Now, spore crawler, damage increased. This isn't... So, when I go banshees, okay, it's good versus this spore crawler. When I go battle cruisers, it's not good versus this spore crawler because it's eaten through the armor faster. But my banshees kill it faster, so I don't really care about this change. There's cons and pros to it, depending on the units I'm using. Okay? Better for banshees, worse for battle cruisers, basically. Alright. Hydralisk getting extra buffs, man. They love buffing Hydras, man. They love buffing Hydras. They get the lunge ability and then the bonus. I'm gonna leave it because I guess they took, I don't know, speed bonus reduced. This is on creep, by the way. They're already super fast. I think the biggest thing is the dash ability here. Because I see the dash used to get on top of my tanks all the time now, where they're killing all my stuff. I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to really say anything for these. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt because they already overbuffed the Hydra in the previous patches. I'm not going to put anything down for these, even though these are good versus me. I don't think that this negates all the other previous bonuses, but I'm using this to negate this bonus, so I'm not putting anything down. Microbrow Shroud, 3.6 seconds on units after leaving. Not that big of a deal. I don't see it used very often. Ultralist, this is big, by the way. Pushing the units out of the way. Anabolic synthesis move speed bonus reduced. Okay. The model size reverted, increased. So, but this is huge. This one, and then the model size change. So, I'm going to have these cancel each other out, by the way. I'm not going to put anything down. I'm going to give Zerg the benefit of the doubt here. Because I already put down the tiny ultras over here, and even though they got reduced, they now prioritize and push things out of the way, destroying my mech armies. So I'm going to leave it like that. So you notice I'm giving the benefit of the doubt to certain scenarios based on certain changes. Now we're at the end, guys. Let's do the tally. Buffs to nerfs. My gameplay, my style. Mech, basically. 2 mech players out there. Here is what has happened in the past 5 patches. Zerg, 1, -1, +1, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm gonna give them +12. +12 here. Protoss. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 13, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Wow, Protoss actually got more buffs. +23. More than Zerg. Let's look at Terran. -1, -2, -6, -5, -9, -7, -8, -12, -10. 1, 2, 3, 4. -15, -16, -17. -16. Based on my tallies of late game gameplay. So, the reality is, guys, that here, alright, here's the reality of it all. And like I said, I kept this easy for you guys so you guys can understand it easier. Alright. I'm gonna increase this so you guys can see it better. Alright. The Balance Council, you can see it here, right? Zerg is in the green with +12. Protoss is in green with +23. Terran is in the red with -16. Past 5 patches or so. This is past 5 patches only, guys. Of changes. And I kept it very simple. I used this little point system for you guys to see. So, Zerg and Protoss players complaining. Yeah. Hate to say it, you little bitches. Because, the proof is right there. Oh yeah, I forgave a lot of stuff here for Zerg. Just because it does not affect my gameplay. All of this stuff affects my gameplay. All of these changes. So I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna like post it on Twitter and stuff, by the way. Hold on. Alright. I'm gonna save it. And yeah, that'll be the end of the video there. We went over the changes, and as you guys can see, just to keep it simple, Zerg got a lot of good changes. Protoss got the most positive changes, and Terran got nothing but nerfs. Nothing but nerfs. So Zerg got buffs. Half as many buffs as Protoss did. Protoss got the most buffs. And Terran got all nerfs, practically, in the past 5 patches. If that's not proof enough to convince people, then I hate to say it, they're dumb. They're dumb. Because they don't see the numbers. The numbers are right there in front of them. I kept it simple and used this little point system. Right? So, hopefully it catches on. Because I hate to say it, people are just... there's something else on the internet. Alright. So. Yeah, we will... I'll be posting this. I think I saved it. Let me save this for patch points. I'm going to put patch points down. Yep. All right. Okay, guys. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back. If you guys enjoy what you see, hit the follow button and all that. If you guys really enjoyed the stream, definitely consider supporting it. I'll be right back, and then when I come back, we'll play some games. All right. So BRB. All right, I'm back. Oh, jeez. Well, Antonio, it is a stereotype, right? if you guys are wondering, like I have a YouTube chat as well, and people on YouTube. Most of the Protoss and Zerg streamer big names are too weak to get with their own race and have Asian wives and no kids. Bro, I can't even. My ex was Asian. I think it's just a thing in StarCraft because it's like, I don't know, Asian gameplay based or whatever. But on the bright side, I do have kids, so. For me, it's not really about race. It's about who I click with and who's obsessed with me. I guess when it comes to StarCraft, you get more of the Asian individuals who become obsessive, right? Because Korea, StarCraft's big over there. Did I count how many nerfs on Terran? Yeah, it's all in there. It's mostly the Mine, the Ghost, and the Raven that got destroyed. Those are the big ones. %60 of the players are 6K plus or Protoss at this point. Yep, they sure are. They sure are. Look at Grandmaster. No, I didn't get to do it in time. I wanted to see what it was on NA. Yeah, so when I'm losing games to a lot of people, I'm just...
Not enough minerals.
I'm not even like super mad about it. I'm just like, oh, it's because of the balance. It's like the balance made these other individuals better, basically.
SCV ready. What's going on? Huh?
In the past, if I lost to like another streamer or somebody else, I'd be upset because I'd be like super competitive, right? And I'd want to win. And then, but nowadays, if I lose like another streamer or whatever, I'm just like, it's because of the balance. They got the privilege. It's like it doesn't even bother me anymore.
SCV ready.
There's no gain or satisfaction in beating some other streamer with the fucking handicaps.
SCV ready. Huh?
I bet all the dweebs get a little kick out of it though. I'm sure they get a kick out of it, them Zerg and Protoss guys. Yes, I did that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised.
Bad news? I can't build here. Uh-huh.
Yes, I did that. I'm so good at the game.
Armed and ready. Yeah. You gonna get me?
Command center upgrade complete.
Go ahead. Gangway, coming. SCV ready. Roger. Big job. Been waiting. SCV ready. This been. Who wants some?
Insufficient Vespine gas.
Gotcha. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
What's going
Not
on?
enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Ah! You scared me.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Cyclone en route. Move. Comms open.
This better be good.
Cyclone receiving. In gear.
Been waiting on you. You gonna
It's
get
online.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Additional supply depots required.
Show me. Got a target in mind? You got... This ought to be good. Nothing will stop. Channels clear, boss. Systems go.
SCV ready.
Insufficient Vespine gas. Additional insufficient Vespine gas.
Oh, I'll get there. In gear. Adjusting for new coordinates. Comms open. I get you.
Research complete.
Big job, huh?
You got coordinates or what?
Huh? SCV ready.
Optics online. Let's go kill something. Got a target in mind.
SCV ready.
Moving into position.
Command center upgrade complete. Not enough minerals.
In the rear. SCV ready. Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
Bad news.
Not enough minerals. Base is under attack.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Additional supply depots required.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
What's going on?
Not enough energy.
Big job. SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
Got a target in mind. Show me who you want to
SCV
die.
ready. It's your dime.
Systems.
Huh?
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Who knows?
Command center upgrade complete.
No idea.
In the rear, ready gear. Go ahead.
Not enough energy.
SCV ready.
Not enough.
SCV ready. We could use some
Not
help
enough
here.
minerals.
Channels clear,
SCV
boss.
ready.
You got coordinates or what?
SCV ready. Bad news. Huh? Yo.
Got a target in mind.
SCV ready.
Comms open. Adjusting for new coordinates.
Base is under attack.
I get you. Nothing else.
SCV ready.
Coordinates or what?
Someone got distracted by my barracks.
Base is under attack.
I'm going. SCV ready.
In gear. Adjusting for new coordinates. Moving into position.
Who called in the fleet? Who called in the fleet?
Nothing'll stop me. Channel's clear, boss.
Research complete.
In the rear with the gear. SCV ready. Armed and
Comms. This ought to be good. I get you.
SCV ready.
Oh, I'll get there. Cyclone en route. Moving into position. Got it targeted. Show me who you want. Adjusting for new coordinates. Nothing.
Big job, huh? Something in the way. Go ahead.
Who called in the fleet?
SCV ready. SCV ready. Bad news? Huh? We hear you. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Moving into... You got coordinates or what? I get ya.
SCV ready. SCV ready. What's going on? Yep.
Squadron en route.
Channel's clear, boss.
What is it?
Comms open.
You hail?
Go ahead. Ah! You scared me!
Cyclone receive.
We could use some help here. Well,
Got a target in mind.
Mineral field depleted.
in the rear, we ready here.
Nothing'll stop me. I get you. Adjusting for new...
Not enough energy. Upgrade. Mineral field depleted. Not enough energy. Command center upgrade complete.
Optics online. Let's go kill something.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete.
SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough. Command center upgrade complete.
SCV ready. SCV ready. I can't build here. SCV ready. Yeah. Ah! You scared me. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Who called in the fleet?
SCV ready.
Not enough.
SCV ready.
Not enough.
Got a target in mind.
SCV
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough energy.
Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
Who called in the fleet?
I get you. Oh, I'll get there. This ought to be good. Moving into position. Receiving.
Who called in the fleet?
In gear. Nothing will
Upgrade
stop me.
complete. Not enough minerals.
Who called in the fleet?
Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Not enough.
Who called in the fleet?
Mineral field depleted.
Sight.
What's going on? Go ahead.
Who called in the fleet?
You got coordinates or what?
Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply.
SCV ready. Huh? Roger.
Base is under attack.
I'm going. Go ahead. That has gone so fast.
Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
Oh, wait.
Patching you through.
Our SCVs are under attack. Vespine geyser exhausted.
Big job, huh? Yeah.
You hail? Engage.
Go ahead. Bad news? Gotcha.
Command center upgrade. Base is under attack.
Yes, Commander.
Command center upgrade complete.
Yes, Commander. Will do.
Mineral field depleted. Vespine geyser unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Upgrade complete.
Roger.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals.
Yeah, yeah.
Not enough energy. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply. Not enough energy.
SCV ready.
Well? Yes, Commander. What is it?
Base is under attack. Unacceptable. Base is under attack.
Oh, really? Well? Patching you through.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Whatever.
Base is under attack. Unacceptable command. We are at maximum supply.
Ah! In the rear with it. Bad news?
What is it?
Upgrade complete. Command center upgrade complete. Mineral field depleted. Not enough minerals.
What?
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Go ahead.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Bad news?
Not enough minerals.
Huh?
Additional supply depots required. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
What's going on?
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready. Ah! You scared? In the rear. SCV ready. Huh? SCV ready. Bad news? Big job. SCV ready. Huh? SCV ready. Bad news? In the rear with the gear.
This better be good. Orders received.
Go ahead. What's going on?
Command center upgrade.
Gangway, coming through.
In the rear with the gear. Something in the way. SCV ready.
Oh, yeah, been waiting on you. Who wants?
Add-on complete.
Huh?
You gonna give me orders?
SCV ready. Uh-huh.
By the numbers, boys.
What's going on? SCV ready.
Been waiting. Go, go.
Additional supply depots required.
Optics online. Let's go kill something. You got coordinates?
Additional supply
You want a piece of me, boy?
Not enough minerals.
Big job,
Not
huh?
enough minerals.
SCV ready. Ah! SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Bad news?
Systems go.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Command center upgrade. Not enough minerals.
Go
Not
ahead.
enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Base. Not enough minerals.
I get you.
SCV ready.
Comms open. Optics online. Let's go.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Moving into position. In gear. Oh, out. Is This ought to be good.
SCV ready.
Research complete. Add-on. Not enough minerals.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
SCV ready.
Add-on complete. Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
Go ahead. SCV ready.
Show me who you want to die.
SCV ready.
Oh, wait.
Huh? SCV ready. In the rear with the gear. SCV ready.
Scanning battle.
Research.
SCV ready. Big job.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for
SCV ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
adjusting for new coordinates. Oh, I'll get there.
Go ahead.
Taking some fire here.
Engineering at
Our
your
SCVs are under attack.
SCV ready.
Systems go. Cyclone ready.
scanning battle field.
Not enough energy. Our SCVs are under attack.
Command authority.
Add-on complete.
Oh, I'll get there.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Show me who you want to die. Adjusting for new coordinates. I get you. Cyclone en route. Channel's
Base
clear,
is
boss.
under attack.
This ought to be comms open. Cyclone receiving. Enemy contact.
Base is under attack.
Oops, got a target in mind.
Bad news. SCV ready.
Awaiting station.
What's going on? SCV ready.
Scanning battlefield. Engineering at your command.
I get you. Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
Understood. Ready for service.
Adjusting for new coordinates.
Right, state your request.
Not enough energy. Insufficient Vespine gas.
SCV ready.
In. Got it.
Huh?
Is coming.
SCV ready.
Cyclone receiving. Channels comms open.
Ah! You scared me. SCV ready. Yes, sir. What's going
Systems
on?
go. Cyclone ready for action. You got coordinates online. Let's go kill something.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
In the rear. Big job. Bad news.
Cyclone
SCV ready. Go ahead.
Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Stay tuned.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
SCV ready.
Not enough minerals.
Scanning. Combat.
Moving into position.
SCV ready.
Optics online.
SCV ready.
Immediate.
You got coordinates or...
State your request. System silent. Scanning. Combat.
Liberation. Reporting for action.
Moving into position. Cyclone receiving. I get ya. Adjusting for new coordinates. In gear. Cyclone en route. Oh, I'll get there.
SCV ready.
Systems Cyclone ready for action. Adjusting for new coordinates.
Incoming orders. Flight plan is locked.
Channel's clear, boss.
Attention!
Show me who you want to die. Got a target in mind?
Yes, sir. All hands to battle stations.
Comms open.
SCV ready.
Kill something.
Of course.
SCV ready.
Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
SCV ready.
Nothing will stop
We're
me.
returning fire!
Channel's clear, boss. Moving into position. I get ya. Oh, I'll get there.
Mineral field depleted.
Cyclone en route. Cyclone receiving. Systems go. Cyclone ready for action.
Our SCVs are under attack.
Moving into position. I get ya. Systems go.
SCV ready. You're the boss.
You got coordinates?
SCV ready. Queued up, ready to go.
Not enough minerals.
Got a target.
Go ahead. SCV ready. SCV ready.
Not enough energy.
Rock and roll. Ready to roll. SCV ready. SCV ready. Oh, it's on. In the rear with
Not enough energy.
SCV ready.
Base is under
SCV
attack.
ready.
Our SCVs are under attack.
I get you.
Too far behind. Okay, dudes, I'm going to stop here with StarCraft. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, though. Look at that. Moses, thank you for the subscription over on YouTube. Appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, so if you guys like what you see, hit the follow button. If you guys enjoyed the stream, definitely consider supporting it. I'm going to do my Battletech run here in a second. So I'm going to continue that. So just give me a moment, and I'll be right back, alright? BRB.